anymore. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you all to the pre-match press conference for Kerala Blasters versus Northeast United. We have with us our head coach Gerard Nus. We can start the conference with the media asking the questions. Please use the raise your hand option, and while you ask the question, please introduce yourself and the name of your publication. Yeah, coach, if you want to say a few opening words.
Hello to everyone. We train obviously this week preparing and recovering from the last game and preparing about Kerala Blasters. So I'm happy to be here and attend any questions that you would like to talk. But please, let's be more focused about what is the next target, which is Kerala. So please do questions regarding this, because that's, I believe, is the main meaning of this conference. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, we can start with Srijan from Sportskira.
Good afternoon, coach. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on that brilliant victory against Mumbai City FC. My question to you would be, how do you rate your opponents for tomorrow, Kerala Blasters, and what do you think of them as a team?
Well, first of all, I think they are one of the, I would say, biggest and best squads for sure. I see them like a really, really tough team to play against. I seen the game, I watched the game, the first one that they play, and they are unbelievable in terms of the build-up, in terms of strength, in terms of in set pieces, organization. I see them as a really hard team to play because they have so many ways that how they can create chances, and also I see them really, really solid side. So I believe it's gonna be hard. We're gonna fight. We're gonna do whatever we can do, but definitely they are the favorites because they are really strong side.
Okay, Srijan, you have any more questions?
Coach, are we going to see the same starting 11 for you, or can we expect something different, like, for example, Gallego starting?
Well, we have many players available for tomorrow's game, so I cannot say who's going to play. We'll see tomorrow, but like any game, could be changes or might not be changes. It's going to be depending of my final decision. But I'm happy to have many players ready for this game. All of them, they train really well. We have many players available for that and with a good condition. So I'm happy to come with everybody. Everybody is important. We said that since day one, and we're going to be ready.
Okay, we can go to Yash from Sports Kindle.
Hi, coach. Yash this side.
Hello.
So, my first question to you would be: it's going to be a big day for Northeast United tomorrow as they play their 100th Hero ISL game tomorrow. So, what would be your approach towards the game?
Say again, sorry.
Tomorrow, Northeast United will play their 100th Hero ISL game. So,
yeah,
it's going to be a big day. So, what will be your approach towards the game?
Yeah, first of all, it's a great for the club to, as you said, it's going to be the 100 game in the league. I mean, that's a huge thing. For me, in terms of the preparation, is the same. I mean, it's going to be so tough game, and we just basically think how we can deal with all the strength that they got, how we can be strong in all the ways that we're doing, how we're going to manage the game. So I'm focused about this. I would like to see, hopefully, the same performance that we seen the last time that these two sides played against each other. If I'm not mistaken, Lale Mawia finished the game as player of the match. So I would sign right now if we have one of our players getting this honor after the game. That's definitely something that we would like to see. But first of all, and the most important, that as a group, we compete and we do a serious game. That's my target.
Great. So my second question to you would be, after your previous match, what are the things that you have realized and you'll focus more on working on them?
Well, we did good things. We have to stick doing the good things, but we need to improve a lot of things. I think that we need to have more control of the games when we can. We need to be, a lot of details that we have to get better. The important for me also is to see that we have players. We had many changes, substitutions. Everybody came really positive, so that was, it made me really happy. Not just for the, as I said many times, not just for the result that we got, also for the way we compete. We were really committed to do our jobs, everyone. So that's definitely a thing that I want to see. I want to see, as we said since day one, a team that competes, a team that fights, a team that really cares about every single game, that takes serious any opponent, and definitely tomorrow even more reason, because we know how hard it's going to be. It's going to be tougher than the last game, and we have to take it really serious. Otherwise, we don't have any chance. They're gonna punish us if we allow them, or if we just give up for a second. So we're gonna be on our toes, and we're gonna do a serious game.
Thank you, coach. Good luck for the next game.
Thank you very much.
Divyajati Das from Khel Now, you had a question.
Having won your last match and Kerala having lost their last match, how do you think this will impact the game tomorrow?
I didn't hear you properly. Sorry.
So, you have won your last match, while Kerala have lost theirs. How do you think this will impact the game tomorrow?
I think that they know they play good football because they did. I don't think they deserve to lose, to be honest. That's why I expect the game that they're gonna try to play good football again. They're gonna try to create chances. We're gonna be a team that, as I said, we want to be more in control. That probably moments of the game that we didn't have control against Mumbai City. By the way, I don't think many teams will have too much control when they're gonna be facing Mumbai City, because I think he's one of the toppest, not just in India, also in Asia. But saying that, about Kerala, we have to be ready. We know how good they are. They prove it in the game, not by probably in the result, but yes, in the way they play. And when you analyze the game, you just don't. The result is just a one thing. You analyze everything: the players, how they do, what is their intentions, how they manage the moments of the game, and they try. They have different strategies. We know that they can change the system, who can play, what all these kind of things we try to keep in mind. But the most important is about ourselves, to have that mentality, have that determination that we show in the last game, try to stick to the positive things, and just adjust few things against Kerala.
Okay, Srivatsa from IFTWC.
Good afternoon, coach. Srivatsa
Good
here from IFTWC. So, as you were successful in registering win against Mumbai City FC in the last game, keeping the clean sheet as defenders played their role very perfectly. So, can fans expect a more attacking and offensive style of play in upcoming game?
Well, first of all, I think that it's not just the defenders. If you get a clean sheet, it's not just because one player or another do well. I think is a group, is a team. I think everybody did a fantastic job in this sense. So I'm really happy. It's the goalkeeper, the line defenders, the midfielders, the strikers. I mean, everyone did fantastic job. That's why we got this clean sheet, as you just said. I said already that I think we have to get better with the ball possession. We have to know moments that how we can control more the games. We have to rest a little bit with the ball, having the ball under control. You can judge better the timings, when we play, when not, when we take risky passes, and when we we make more safety passes. So all these kind of things is something that we work on it, and that we need few games to get better and to improve.
Thank you, coach. Best luck for the game.
Thank you.
Okay, Martin, you had a question?
Yeah. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, coach. My question is that Northeast United signed almost 15 to 16 new players for the ISL season 7. Now you had a massive rebuilding process that went behind the scenes. But in the first match, we could see that the team was playing. The players looked to be on the same page. They were really intense. It was the game plan came off really well. So in terms of integrating everything and putting all your strategies and tactics into place, how did you manage it? Because a lot of teams are still struggling to kind of trying to gel the players together. So like what went into the preparations for you? Because it seems like things are really coming off nicely for Northeast, especially when you have such a new look squad and a new coach. How did you approach this assignment?
Well, first of all, I think that we work really hard. That's the thing that we, not only the players, also the staff, everyone is really committed to do their job in the best way that we can. Um, that's the main thing. It might sound simple, but that's the truth. Everybody here, we know that we are not on holidays. We're not in Goa, as many people might come here in this region to enjoy the weather or the beach or so many other fantastic things that I'm sure this area can bring to the people, can give to the and can offer to the people. But in this case, we came here to do a serious job. Everybody, is sacrificing a lot of things, families, and obviously with the COVID situation is even harder for everyone to deal with that. But we know where are our minds, and our full time it's completely for this to improve from the last game, to become better in the next one, and so on and so on. There are a lot of games, so we need to recover as fast as possible. We need to have a lot of players available, because everybody can play at any time. Could be in the first game, it could be in the second game, it could be in this 5 minutes of the third game. So, that's the situation of the COVID, of the worldwide, of the competition. And in our secret is that we work a lot, and we respect a lot the other sides, and we try to face every game at the time. So now Kerala is our target. We want to do as best as we can, and we're looking forward to see a competitive game tomorrow.
Mr. Niman Sarkar from Hindustan Times, you can go next.
Coach, good afternoon and congratulations on a good performance that you started with. As you mentioned a little while earlier, you defend as a team, and if you kept a clean sheet, it is because the whole team did well. Now, how much of confidence does that clean sheet against a top team like Mumbai City FC give you going into the next match?
I think that give confidence to any team, honestly. When you start and you get the 3 points, it's because you did something good. And I don't think we need to take this credit away from us. Obviously, we approach the game, and we manage parts of the football game in a good way, and we achieve a positive result in and this was one of the reasons why it helped to this success for that game. But at the same time, there are other things that could cost us these 3 points, or we could lose the game. So if we don't learn from that game, and we don't take it under consideration for the next ones. So it was good moment, good feeling to get obviously the 3 points, but this belongs to the past. Now our target is about tomorrow. We know how good they are, and we cannot expect a team that that's gonna be easy at all. We know that that's gonna be so hard, and if we want to get even just 1 point, we need to fight more than them. We need to run more than them. We need to play better than them. We need to do everything better than them. If not, we don't have any chance. Because they are a fantastic side. I'm sure they're gonna be on the top three on the lead at the end of the season, and that's the way we have to approach it. There is no other way if we want to get something positive from tomorrow's.
Thank you, coach.
Pleasure.
Martin, you have another question?
Yes, coach, you've praised Kerala Blasters quite a lot in terms of the way they play and the approach that they have. So, from the first match, are there any particular players who impressed you and who think might cause some problems for your team? Any players in particular?
Well, many players. We can do the lineup, and and all of them. I mean, you see the central backs, how strong they are. How tall, how good on the ball. The midfielders, how they treat the ball, how dictate the game. The strikers, whatever he plays, unbelievable. How they fight, how they become a targetsman. So there is always the chance to play to them, and all the tricky players in the midfield, that they have a lot of movements, mobilities. They come there. I mean, it's so unpredictable team to play against. They're gonna try to get us away in terms of concentration. They're gonna try to confuse us, and we have to be prepared. There's so many ways that this team like Kerala Blasters can hurt you, that can create chances, that we cannot just pay attention to one thing. We have to be on top of many things, because they are, as I said already many times, they are really, really good. We're gonna see them on top, and that's not just because they have few players good. No, they have all of them, the local and the foreigners. They are really competitive. They are really good players. Some of them coming from huge sides in Europe. I mean, it's unbelievable. Some players also, they local players, that they've been in the national team for India national team. So definitely is not a side that we can think there's gonna be a weak at all. So we keep that in mind, and we're gonna do a good game, but following as much as possible these points.
Can I just ask one more question,
Yeah.
Martin? Yeah, coach. How important is it to rotate the squad as well? Because we are already seeing a lot of injuries. Teams are struggling with injuries already. So you might want to. There might be a temptation to stick to the same squad, same team that gave you that win against a team like Mumbai City. But do you think you will be forced to make changes or rotate the squad? How is it, especially when you look at injury management and fitness and all?
That's a really good question. I think all the teams gonna be struggling with injuries, no matter how you do it, how good you try to recover from the games and the training pitch. As far as I know, many teams are struggling to have good surfaces for training, for the practices. The match, they have good conditions. No complaints about it. But in terms of training pitch, there is. I heard that from many coaches and many sides, that are not ideal as we would like, probably. So all these things don't help. But the main issue, obviously, is the long time without training properly, and with the lack of football, and that obviously made everybody being more weak. And then when you are weaker, and you have more chance to have injuries. But at the same time, the way the competition is here, you don't have too much time to rest from one game to another. That's why I'm definitely agree with you that the teams are going to have to rotate. Teams going to need to use different players, different personnel, and you cannot just stick to one team and play one game and then the next and the next and the next, because it's impossible in terms of fitness. And I'm sure pretty much everybody will gonna have to face this, and it's gonna be a huge task ahead for the coaches and the staff to manage it in the best way possible.
Azhar, you can ask your question next.
Hi, coach. I know it's a little too early to talk about this, just having one game being played, but you saw the midfield of your team. We saw that they did not participate much in the final third. Is that some aspect that to improve for the midfielders not being much active in the final third?
I think the midfielders were some probably the players more active in the games in this game. I mean, yeah, I seen the data, the GPS, and all the info that I got, and I mean, unbelievable how much they run. So that's definitely one of the positions that I'm more happy about the last performance of the game. To be fair, but as I said, we have to improve in many things. We are not just happy with everything that happened in the last game. We have a long and big range for improvement, and now we facing that areas that we want to pay attention, and that's it. You know, we want to have more control of the game. We want to have more the ball, and we working. This is a process that takes time. It's not just one game and then suddenly the next one it becomes better, and that's a process that might take weeks. And we spot it as a thing that we have to get better, and we are on it.
Okay, any more questions from the rest of the audience? Okay, Rajashri, you can go ahead with your question.
Good afternoon, Coach. Fantastic result in the last match. I would like to ask about the inclusion of Rempuya Fanai. He has been with the team for quite a long time and hasn't got many starts, rated highly by Avram Grant. So did you see something in the training, or was it like you wanted to have depth in the field along with Laling Mawia and Kamara going both up and down forward? So what's the logic behind the inclusion of Fanai and starting the game and played almost like 60 minutes in the game?
Well, Fanai is a player that do a lot of good things. He provides us a lot with the ball and without the ball. I was really happy with his performance, so I'm really happy that he's with us. I cannot tell you with too much details what happened in the past because obviously I wasn't here. Just I can tell you that he did a really good job, and it's good to have players like him. You know, he can play in different positions in that midfield area. He can play more sometimes close to the defense, sometimes more close to the attacking. So it gives us options, and I hope and I'm sure that he's going to have a good season with us because that's already in the first game he did it. So I just can expect better and better from him and from the team.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't see any raised hands. Any more questions? Yeah, Rajashri, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, my next question is Kivu Vikuna last year with Mohan Bagan. A lot of his goals in the attacking third, his team came from set pieces and crosses. He had Babakar Diwara, and this season he have Gary Hooper up front. So do you think with Lambert and Fox in your, center back, you have an advantage to deal with the threat?
They have also Murray. I mean, it's not only Hooper as a tall players, because I believe the question goes in that direction. So definitely they are difficult players to deal with. How good they are on the air, how powerful, big guys. Obviously, every team has his strength and has maybe more weaker points. We know what we have. We also have good idea of what they got, and we're going to be prepared. And obviously there's a lot of things. Sometimes it's not just about this. Also, it's like when we're asking about how good you could be in defense. It's not just about the defenders. It's a team. Also, in that case, if we concern about how they can create danger to us, we need to think also who's going to deliver that ball or how they're going to do it to bring that ball close to our box. So it's a lot of things that we try to keep under consideration, but definitely knowing and getting good information about the strikers is a big thing for not only Kerala Blasters game tomorrow, but also for any game.
Iman sir, you can go next.
Coach, if I could just go back to an earlier comment that you made, you said that some of the teams have not been happy with the training pitches. Could you talk us about your experience with the training pitches? Are you happy with it? And what is the kind of feedback that you've heard about it?
Well, what I heard is that the many clubs they sharing the pitch with the local sites, and obviously also when you just have one grass at your disposal that you can use it for trainings, it's not enough when you have to train there every day. No matter what you do, no matter how, if even you have 100 people that gonna work after the training session and gonna try to make it everything perfect for the next day, no matter what you do, it's gonna be tough. And also here is so hot the weather, so the pitch cannot be in any way, can it not be good for high level football, so definitely you need to I think it's, if you want to have quality football, you have to have the best conditions as possible, and training grounds is definitely a thing that deserves, I think, more attention from all of us, because we want them, we want our teams to show good football, and when you have good training pitches, that definitely helps a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think we have any more questions yet. We can end the press conference for today. Thank you all for coming. We will shortly share the entire recording with you for your usage and reference. Thank you.
Thank you, Anurag. Thank you,
Thank
Coach.
you. All the best,
Okay.
Coach.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, coach.
Bye. Thank you.